and I'm the Chief Executive of the Community Foundation Tyne and Wear and Northumberland, and it's my great pleasure to welcome you to this afternoon's event. At the Community Foundation, we match generous people to important causes in the community, and every year we award grants to hundreds of small local charities and community organisations through all the different funds which are set up by our donors. And tonight's event celebrates grants made from one of those funds, which is linked to the office of the Northumberland High Sheriff. So I want to start by thanking everyone who has donated to the fund, and I want to congratulate the High Sheriff himself, Tom Fairfax, on his efforts and fundraising during what has been an extraordinary year. We are always amazed by the number and range of groups who come forward for support from the Northumberland High Sheriff Awards Fund, and it just shows how much work is being done to engage young people in worthwhile and positive activities across the county. And that's especially brilliant to see in the past year when local organisations have had the challenge of keeping going and supporting young people in all sorts of new ways. Your resilience and adaptability are genuinely inspiring. I know many of you will be worrying about your funding in the year ahead. Please do bear in mind that the Community Foundation has lots of other funds that also support applications from voluntary and community groups which work with young people. If you want to know more, just go to our website, communityfoundation.org.uk. I hope you enjoy this year's event, but I also hope that we'll see you in person again next year. So it's now my pleasure to present the High Sheriff of Northumberland, Tom Fairfax.
Rob, thank you very, very much indeed, and a huge thank you to your team, who have been absolutely brilliant during what has been a pretty challenging year. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the High Sheriff of Northumberland Awards for 2021. It's a privilege to be here. Can I just, in addition to the Community Foundation, thank the amazing Alice Robinson, who is the High Sheriff's Piper for 2020-21, for her wonderful rendition of the High Sheriff of Northumberland's March, which we've just heard, which was composed by Chloe Jones. As ever, no event is complete without some housekeeping, so forgive me. We're going to be recording this event and making it available to all groups later in the week. As this is a webinar, attendees can't be seen or heard. If you wish to share a comment, please use the chat section on your toolbar below. We recommend you share your comments anonymously unless you're happy being identified by others. And we kindly ask that you keep comments polite and respectful, particularly as there will be young people attending and indeed listening to the recording. If you have any questions for me, please email them to either myself or to Ali, and I will pick these up after the event. Please bear in mind that when we play the video later in the programme, depending on your internet connection, there may be something of a lag. This sadly is unavoidable, but we hope you'll all be able to see it properly. We'll be live tweeting this event from the Community Foundation Twitter account, and we encourage you to share content and write your own posts on social media. The hashtag is #HighSheriffAward, and please tag in at CF Tyne Wear Enland and at High Sheriff NOR1, that's High Sheriff then NOR1. Full details are on the promotion guide, which I think Ali has shared with you before the event. So that's the housekeeping. The last 12 months have been a challenging time for all of us, as Rob indicated. When I think back to this time last year, and I've just been looking at my notes, we were just beginning to be aware that COVID was going to be a challenge. But I don't think any of us were aware just what disruption it was going to cause in the months ahead. Whilst I don't want to understate the impact of COVID, and for some it has brought particular challenges and sadness, I would like to focus a little on some of the positives that I think we can draw from the last year. Many years ago, a wise old lady told me that in life we are defined not by circumstances, but by how we deal with them. We are defined by our decisions and by our actions. We're defined not by the times that we fall over, but how quickly we get up. Whatever challenges fate throws at us, we can all choose how we respond. And I think she was right, and I think we have a duty to use this gift to the best of our ability. Over the last 12 months, I have been utterly stunned and humbled by the people I've met, both physically and digitally, and especially by the amazing things that you've been doing and achieving. I think one of the biggest challenges this year has been uncertainty. I'm aware that many exciting plans, which you've told me about, have had to be mothballed or changed. Disappointment can be hard, especially when lots of work has gone into the planning and the preparation. But the thing that we can do is improvise, we can overcome, and we can move forward and take the initiative. I'd particularly like to thank, as I've said, the amazing team at the Community Foundation who have worked hard to serve not just us, but the community through these difficult times. And they've also been particularly instrumental. Ali Walker, who I think most of you have spoken to, has done an amazing job when he should have been planning his wedding, preparing the presentation and the event tonight. So a particular thank you to Ali. I'd also like to thank all of those people, some of whom are on this event, who have given so generously to the various fundraising schemes that have funded these and the other awards. Most importantly, I'd like to thank all of you. You're the people who have applied for them, and you've the people who have done the incredible work that has won these awards. I've spoken to most of you, sadly not all, but I've been stunned by the way that you've faced adversity and cracked on to make the best of things. Now, I'm thrilled that my wonderful predecessor, Harriet, Lady Joycey, has agreed to read the citations. Many of you will remember Harriet from last year, though sadly the award ceremony last year had to be cancelled because of COVID. So without further ado, let's hear about all of you and the incredible work that you've been doing over the year. Harriet, it's all yours.
Thank you, Tom. It's a pleasure to be reading the following citations, and lovely for me to hear news of many of the groups that I saw in my year in office. I was very sad not to meet you at last year's award ceremony, which of course had to be cancelled. So here we go with this year's citations. Young and Sweet. Young and Sweet is a youth project working with young people to make them feel supported, valued, and involved within their communities. The well-being of young people and allowing them weekly contact with positive adults is at the forefront of the service. 224 Hexham Squadron Air Training Corps. The 224 Hexham Squadron Air Training Corps promotes and inspires a practical interest in aviation and the Royal Air Force amongst young people, encourages the spirit of adventure and develops leadership and good citizenship. First Cramlington Guides. First Cramlington Guides helps girls and young women to develop emotionally, mentally, and physically, teaching them how to make positive contributions to their community and the wider world. The group challenges the girls to inspire and ignite their imaginations and have unforgettable experiences. Cowpen Quay Community Association. The Buffalo Community Centre runs a wide variety of diversionary young people's projects in the Croft and Cowpen Quay area of Blythe. They offer equality of opportunity for local children. The projects encourage young people to become involved in being part of a team, running their own projects supported by experienced workers, encouraging the next generation of young people to become good young citizens. Barrasford Scout Group. Barrasford Scout Group comprises beavers, clubs, cubs and scout sections drawn from the local rural areas. Members participate in a range of outdoor activities and learn valuable life skills that turn them into resourceful young adults. Allendale Youth Ambition. Allendale Youth Club supports young people from a rural community and offers enjoyment through positive activity. The Youth Club provides a safe meeting place for young people to be with their friends and come together as a group. Activities and projects are varied, with young people being encouraged to present and organise their own ideas. 404 Morpeth Squadron Air Training Corps. The 404 Morpeth Squadron Air Training Corps promotes a practical interest in aviation and the Royal Air Force among young people, encourages the spirit of adventure and develops leadership and good citizenship. The Hearth Centre, Horsley. The Hearth Centre in Horsley is a community arts organisation set up to develop the life of residents of Horsley and its surrounding areas. It focuses on providing free arts activities for young people. Cramlington Voluntary Youth Project. Cramlington Voluntary Youth Project work with young people from age 7 up to 25 with additional needs. They offer a safe, well-resourced space for young people to develop, build positive relationships and gain accreditations, including the Duke of Edinburgh's Awards and John Muir Awards. Northburn Steelbands. Northburn Steel Band is an inclusive group based in Northumberland offering steel band tuition to young people. They aim to support young people to become more confident, to develop new skills, be good citizens in their community, and perform as a band to a variety of different audiences. Allendale Cricket Club. Allendale Cricket Club is a member of the West Tyne League and the Northumberland and Tyneside Cricket League. The club is able to offer talented junior players a pathway to higher standards of cricket, as well as providing weekly training sessions for local young people. Bedlington Cricket Club. Bedlington Cricket Club provide coaching and support to children and young people from all of the East Northumberland area. Many of the children who join the club stay through to adulthood and continue to give back to their community. Bates Cottages Cricket Club. Bates Cottages Cricket Club provides community and competitive cricket in Seaton Delaval. As well as having 2 senior teams that play in the Northumberland and Tyneside Senior League, the club offers coaching and playing opportunities to more than 50 girls and boys from the local area. Mortal Fools. Mortal Fools is a creative learning, theatre and drama company seeking to support people to create a more positive future for themselves and their communities. Their main beneficiaries are disadvantaged young people aged 8 to 19. They provide youth theatre groups, outreach workshops, youth leadership and school-based projects. The Northumberland County Federation of Young Farmers Club. The Northumberland County Federation of Young Farmers is a rural youth organisation for people between the ages of 10 and 26, with an interest in agriculture, the countryside and rural life. They provide opportunities to form friendships and encourage healthy competition between different young farmers' clubs. Pegswood Community Hub. Pegswood Community Hub provides a safe, creative, friendly and stimulating environment for all local residents, involving people in cultural, educational and social activities, which includes a youth club. Leading Link. Leading Link aims to develop children and young people's emotional resilience and increases life chances through varied activity-based projects. They use an asset-based model, building on an individual's existing strengths, supporting vulnerable families in their community and helping them to thrive. Ocean Youth Trust North. Ocean Youth Trust North is a charity specialising in personal development work with young people from across the region by using the challenging environment of the sea to foster teamwork, social skills and self-confidence, primarily through residential voyages on its seafaring vessel. First Cramlington Rangers. First Cramlington Rangers encourages girls aged 14 to 18 to continue their girl guiding experience, helping them to develop their social, organisation and independence skills as well as allowing them to explore socio-political issues from around the world, such as period poverty and women's rights to LGBT and the war on plastics. The Country Trust. The Country Trust organises educational trips to farms for young people living in disadvantaged urban areas. A national charity with regional divisions, they have run coordinated activities in partnership with schools across the North East. Wooler Football Club. The Wooler Football Club has 3 junior teams for boys and girls up to the age of 12, which play in the Glendale League, and 1 adult men's team. They provide opportunities for young people to be coached and to play competitively with an emphasis on teamwork. Newcastle United Foundation. The Newcastle United Foundation harnesses the power of football to encourage learning and promote healthy lifestyles to children, young people and families living in disadvantaged communities in the North East. They do this by using the Newcastle United brand to engage, inspire and motivate. First Wooler BP Scout Group. The First Wooler Baden-Powell Scout Group promotes good citizenship and physical, mental development and training in habits of observation, discipline, self-reliance, loyalty, and useful life skills for young people aged 5 and above. The First Whittingham BP Scout Group. First Whittingham BP Scout Group is a traditional scouting group providing exciting adventures for 60 young people in a rural area. They work mainly outdoors and give the children the chance to push themselves and to become more skilled, independent and self-confident. Activities include expeditions, bushcraft, pioneering, conservation, first aid, cooking and helping others. Fourth Morpeth Guides. Fourth Morpeth Guides is a safe space for girls to meet together and take part in a variety of activities and challenges that helps to increase their confidence and self-belief. Morpeth Guides meet every week during term time. The girls are encouraged to be active in their community by completing various challenges and interest badges, taking part in activities that they wouldn't normally have the opportunity to do. Prudhoe Youth Project. The Prudhoe Youth Project provides detached youth sessions, which include a focus on issues such as LGBTQ and sexual and mental health, as well as trips during school holidays and a forest school. Trinity Youth Association. Trinity Youth Association offers a range of youth work and childcare services to children and young people between the ages of 4 and 25. They run youth clubs, out-of-school clubs, holiday schemes, a mentoring project for young offenders, clubs for young people with learning disabilities and Asperger's syndrome, and an intergenerational volunteering project, as well as making a concerted effort to support LGBTQ young people. Bad Apples North East. Bad Apples delivers music, dance and art projects and a selection of diversionary activities out in the community across the North East, from circus skills and arts and crafts to running a full-time dance school based in Blythe. Bad Apples put their young people at the heart of what they do, giving them a voice, not only in the organisation, but also in the community they live in. NEPACS. NEPACS supports prisoners and ex-prisoners, their families and friends, to reduce the impact and stigma of imprisonment on the lives of families and contribute to the positive rehabilitation of offenders. Second Cramlington Scout Group. The Second Cramlington Scout Group cover Blythe area, but do have youngsters from surrounding areas such as Gosforth. Scouting exists to actively engage and support young people in their personal development and empowering them to make a positive contribution to society. The North East Academy of American Football. The North East Academy of American Football provides American football to young people across the region of all abilities, backgrounds and genders. Alnmouth and Lesbury Cricket Club. Alnmouth and Lesbury Junior Cricket Club is a thriving, successful and vibrant local junior cricket club, which is an important part of the community and provides a great environment for youngsters to play and enjoy cricket in a safe environment. Visual Arts in Rural Communities. Visual Arts in Rural Communities promotes interest and awareness of visual arts in rural communities in West Northumberland, offering opportunities to artists and providing creative workshops for local residents. They run a number of projects in partnership with local schools. Amble Youth Project. The Amble Youth Project is a registered charity working for the benefit of young people between the ages of 8 and 19. Their project is one of its kind in Amble that offers advice, information, guidance, and youth provision for the young people of the town to support them through adolescence and into adulthood. Tyneside Gymnastics Club. Tyneside Gymnastics Club provides gymnastic sessions for all young people in Tyne and Wear and Northumberland, as well as volunteering opportunities for older gymnasts and parents. The Sunshine Panners Steel Band. The Sunshine Panners Steel Band leads sessions for members to learn music on steel pans, performing to audiences at local events in West Northumberland. Young members are encouraged to lead some of the sessions and to help to run the organisation. Choices. Choices has served Northumberland for over 20 years, helping young people who need personal support to make their own positive decisions in life, achieving both vocational and GCSE qualifications as they raise their aspirations and see for themselves what they are capable of achieving in life. Morpeth Senior Section. Morpeth Senior Section offers local girls a space where they can meet together, where they are encouraged to take the lead and challenge themselves to make a difference to their communities. They use these opportunities to build their experiences, skills, and qualifications. First Ponteland Scout Group. The First Ponteland Scout Group provides activities for young people, supporting them in their personal development and empowering them to make a positive contribution to society. Briardale House Youth and Community Projects. Briardale House Youth and Community Projects provides an array of activities and services for residents of Blythe, including after-school programmes, a young wardens project and a youth club. Northumbria Coalition Against Crime. Northumbria Coalition Against Crime works towards reducing crime and the fear of crime in the North East. One of the ways it does this is by working directly with young people. Guidepost Scout Group. Guidepost Scout Group's purpose is to promote the development of young people in achieving their full physical, intellectual, social, and spiritual potentials as individuals, as responsible citizens, and as members of their local, national, and international communities. Stakeford Scout Group. Stakeford Scout Group offers a nationally supported programme of activities for young people between the ages of 6 to 25 to help them optimise their individual and community potential by developing skills for life. Inspired, the Creative School for Young Musicians. Inspired, the Creative School for Young Musicians links young musicians with established artists to provide coaching in songwriting, production, and performance. Workshops develop their skills and confidence. The Creative School provides support for over 100 musicians to create a vibrant, self-sustaining musical community in Berwick-upon-Tweed.
Wonderful. Harriet, thank you so much for that. Marathon. Stunning to see how many people have been doing such amazing things. The last 12 months have been packed full of examples of excellence, and it's hard to single out individuals. But I'm keen to highlight three particular organisations who, for me, have typified the incredible work that has gone on from so many organisations throughout the year. The first I'd like to talk about is the Youth Leadership Prize. We have seen many stunning examples of youth leadership and heard of many from Harriet just now. The winner this year is an organisation that has many clubs across the county. These clubs work in some of the more remote areas and have worked tirelessly to support the county. Most of these clubs are led and managed by young people, often under quite challenging conditions. The winner of the Youth Leadership Prize is the Northumbrian Federation of Young Farmers Clubs. Now, every year we choose a best group. Very hard because there's so much stunning work going on. A particular group did impress all of us, I think, with their discipline, enthusiasm, and incredible positivity, and the way that they've engaged young people through dance. This prize for best group goes to Bad Apples from Blythe. Now, finally, because of the year, we felt there ought to be another prize. Come the moment, come the people. We felt it was important to reflect the circumstances, and there's been so much innovation this year that it's been hard to pick a particular organisation. But this award goes to an organisation that gives children from urban environments a chance to visit farms and understand where their food comes from. The COVID Innovation Prize goes to the Country Trust for their Farm in a Box programme, which, given that children can't visit farms at the moment, brings the farms to school. So congratulations to the Northumberland Federation of Young Farmers Clubs, Bad Apples, and the Country Trust. Absolutely tremendous. It's been a fascinating journey through this year, and I'd like to thank you all for your work, however. But what I'd quite like to do is introduce a short video now, so we can hear a little bit more about these incredible organisations.
I'm Caroline Ball from Bad Apples North East, and I just want to say a massive thank you to the High Sheriff of Northumberland and everybody involved from the Community Foundation. Bad Apples North East deliver music, dance and art projects for children and young people across South East Northumberland. We work with colleges, schools, the police, local councils and deliver things like holiday play as well. It's really important that the young people that we work with take the lead and have an active role in the organisation. So there's a lot of consultation, and also we bring young people through the ranks and do things like junior tutor awards and offer work experience and social action projects, so that the young people are really heavily involved in the direction of the organisation because they need a voice, and it helps to reduce things like antisocial behaviour and deliver things like qualifications in areas that they are interested in, and then that gives them options later on in life as well. So again, a massive thank you to everyone, and congratulations to all the other award winners tonight.
Hello, my name is Rebecca Maitland and I'm the Vice Chairman for Northumberland Young Farmers. Young Farmers for me is all about gaining friends, learning valuable skills and also being able to support local communities. To be honest, the list really is never ending as to what Young Farmers is all about, as there are so many aspects to it. Nationally, Young Farmers is open to people aged between 10 and 26, and for many it's probably known as the best years of their life. From stotching competitions to quad bike handling to baking cakes and also to speaking competitions, the learning opportunities are endless, and these all help to build the character of each member. Young Farmers has a strong focus for its communities as well. Clubs will annually raise a lot of money and also do a lot of voluntary work as well. For me, Young Farmers sets each member with true life skills, and it's a youth organisation that teaches both love and leadership.
As I approach my final stages of Young Farmers, I am really grateful for everything that Young Farmers has given me over the past 10 years. It has helped me make friends for life right across the county. I have also developed new skills which I never thought I would by competing in a range of many different competitions.
We are very grateful for the money that you have given us. With this money, we'll be able to deliver more training to the office bearers as well as the county staff. So when restrictions lift, the office bearers can encourage members to rejoin and gain the most out of their time in Young Farmers.
It gives so many opportunities to young people, and it's important that Young Farmers remain strong, and the award of a grant like this just helps us to continue to carry on the work that we do. So thank you very much indeed.
Hello, my name is Sue Thompson and I work for the Country Trust. I'd like to say a big thank you to the High Sheriff for all of the support and help in furthering the work that we do. For over 40 years now, the Country Trust has been working with some incredible farmers, welcoming thousands of disadvantaged children to real working farms. We also run in-school cooking and growing sessions, and we lead some countryside residential visits. Early last year, at the outbreak of the pandemic, schools all closed and our visit schedule that we've been doing so successfully was suddenly devastated. We needed some creative thinking. So we worked with our fantastic teachers and we came up with a programme that we thought would be fun and educational and still bring the working farms into schools. We call it Farm in a Box. It's designed so that participating schools receive a special box beautifully wrapped full of produce to taste, seeds to plant, activities to do, and all kinds of things that link the children with the working countryside and a farmer. We have our special host farmers who have prepared a video tour of their farms, and we give them a virtual tour showing them all around the animals, the livestock and the farmers' favourite places. Afterwards, the children get to meet the farmer via a live link in their classroom, and they can ask all the questions they wanted and share all the excitement of their day. Now we had lots of children who were working from home and learning online. So we adapted our resources to produce yet another incarnation, Farm in a Box, online. Soon we'll be able to welcome children back into the working countryside to help them learn, grow and thrive. Fundamentally, all of the things we do is to encourage children to understand that what we eat is fundamentally connected to our own health, but also to the health of our world. And we think it's vital that children feel part of the countryside that sustains us all. So thank you, High Sheriff, for all you have done to enable us to continue this work.
Thank you very much, everybody who put those videos together. I know a lot of work went into it. It's been a stunning year, but sadly for me, I'm coming up to the end of my 12 months in office. So I'd like to hand over or to introduce the incoming High Sheriff of Northumberland for the year 2021-22, Joanna Riddle. I've no doubt that many of you will see a lot of Joanna through the year. And if, as we all hope, things loosen up, I hope you'll see a lot more of her in a physical sense rather than just remotely. Jo, the floor's yours.
Thank you so much, Tom. And hello, good evening to everybody watching this webinar. I hope you can all see me and hear me. So I am absolutely delighted to be part of tonight's celebrations and would like to add my congratulations to everyone who's received an award. There are only so many times one can say how impressive your achievements are, but I'd like to say it again. You do yourselves and your country proud. I want to extend huge thanks and appreciation to your current High Sheriff, Tom Fairfax, for reaching out to so many during his year as High Sheriff, a year that proved tough and strange for all of us. He managed to connect with so many people, amazingly on Zoom, who knew, and because of this, he enabled a level of continuity which has been so valuable. With the end to lockdown in sight, I am certain that you will all valiantly set out to pursue your goals and dreams. You and your families are an integral part of our county, our country, and the High Sheriff Awards demonstrate and serve to reinforce your wonderful example and contribution to our Northumbrian community. So, very well done again to you all for your endurance and patience throughout lockdown. I wish you all a terrific year ahead and I'm looking forward, as your next High Sheriff, to exploring our county and meeting as many of you as possible and seeing firsthand the wonderful things you're all doing. So do now please join me in a resounding virtual 3 cheers for Tom Fairfax. Hip hip, hooray! Shout, hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray! Tom.
Jo, thank you very much indeed. Absolutely wonderful. And I'm sure you'll have the most spectacular year. I certainly have had a tremendous year. It's been very exciting.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's no doubt that 2020 has been a challenging year. It has, however, provided a platform for so many incredible feats, large and small, many of which we've seen and witnessed tonight. One way or another, I think we're all in service. It's an old-fashioned concept, but I think it's an important one. And this year has really shown that we all have a part to play in supporting each other. Before I leave you once more in the hands of the amazing Alice Robinson, who's the High Sheriff of Northumberland's official Northumbrian piper, as she plays us out, can I thank you once again for everything that you've all done and congratulate you on your well-deserved awards. It's been a privilege to serve with you. Many thanks once again, and a very good night to you all.